Who we had there? Let's go, Doris. Can you read out this paragraph?
Yeah, suggestions. Once upon a time in a small town, Sarah and Tom decided to get married. Sarah wore a beautiful wedding dress, her eyes sparkling with joy as she walked down the aisle towards Tom. Tom, in his suit jacket and bow tie, waited anxiously for her at the altar. As Sarah walked down the aisle, she held a bouquet of flowers tightly in her hands.
Good. Okay, White, can you read out what you should speak about?
How the wedding ceremonies was, and the guests during the ceremony were, answering Tom during the ceremony were, what happened during the ceremony, and what happened after the ceremony.
Okay, so there's a lot of things that you might have to. So that's a suggestion to create a story. So, Perry, you got a good imagination. Just make up. There's no right or wrong here. Can you create a story based on the words? This is hard where you have to use your imagination.
Emily and her groom, who was Tom, had, had a marriage. Emily was holding a bouquet while walked down the aisle. She looked luxurious and beautiful, and so as Tom. Tom is wearing a suit jacket with her wedding rings in his hand, waiting for Emily to come in. They give each other the greatest vows ever. They promise to each other that they would be each other forever and anything else. And officially, the official uh, said that they were married and they had a last kiss in the end.
Okay. Yeah. Good. You're starting to match, and you have a good imagination, like Strawberry. So, and this is a very hard part of learning and speaking English. Is you have here, at least you have the vocabulary for you. When you don't, you're searching for those words until you become really familiar with them. Moon, can you make up a story based on the words given below? And if you can't, just tell us because it's hard.
Yeah, I think it's no.
Yeah. Okay, that's fine. Okay, how about Doris? Can you give it try it?
In a luxurious resort near nestled in a wonderland, Sarah and David exchange vows in a ceremony surrounded by crystal lakes and snow-capped mountains. Sarah, never yet ready in her beautiful wedding dress, held a bouquet of white roses as she walked down the aisle towards David, who wore a chef suit jacket and a bow tie.
Very. Keep going if you want. Are you done?
As they stood together, exchanging wedding rings, the air was filled with anticipation. With a kiss, they sealed their marriage, their flash of happiness, going through the paradise around them.
Okay. Excellent. Well done. Okay. Yeah, you either can do it or you can't, but this is a good exercise. If you need something like that, you get these key words and you practice them at home. And as Kathy said, the last lesson, when we were talking about techniques that you use yourself, her big thing was don't be afraid to make mistakes. Just talk, right? Just talk. White, do you want to give it a shot? Create a story or no?
I don't know. Maybe I will try it.
Okay, give it a try.
One day there's some a couple have a wedding ceremony in a luxurious restaurant
Mm-hmm.
with it was with a in a luxurious restaurant, and they have they I don't know what they do.
Okay, no, that's good enough. We'll move on to something else. You gave it a good try, and that's all that counts. And even if you didn't, that's fine too. Okay, because you're all at different levels, and you're all at different comfort levels, so it's okay. And I say, I remember dealing with 4 kids, and there was one student who could hardly speak. But by the time a few years later, that one that could hardly speak was the best articulating speaker out of the whole bunch of students. Yeah.